Well guys, we're back with another video and another dirt bike. This is my buddy's 2007 YZ250F. We bought this bike a couple weeks ago for 1,200 bucks. We got the bike to fire. We got it to run for like a minute or so, but it ran like crap, and I think it's the timing or the bike just needs re-shimmed. First, let's go ahead and see if I can get the bike started for you guys. Fuel and choke is on. Let's see if we can fire this bike up. As you can tell there, the bike did not even want to fire really. And the more I kicked it, it felt like it kept getting lower and lower compression, which is not good. That means that the valves could be getting stuck, or like I said before, the timing could be off or the shims could be off. I think right now, let's go ahead and check spark. I know it's getting fuel because I can smell it. Let's go ahead and get tearing into this thing. I'm really excited to see what's wrong with this bike. Man, this motor is a pretty tight fit. Hopefully I don't have to take the motor out if I have to do the timing. Right now, let's go ahead and see if we have some spark. If we do, that's a great sign. All right, guys, here's the spark plug. It's extremely wet. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'll see if I can throw some on my finger. Oh, that's not great. Let's go ahead and see if we have a spark. All right, cool. I can confirm we have spark. All right, guys, well, sadly, but I'm glad, the timing is on. It's dead on. As you can tell, there's a dot right there, and the E is lined, and the dots are there. And down here, there'll be an H and then an I, or just a line. I just called it an I. You want to be aligned with the I, and then those need to be lined up. Decompression system needs to be right here, dot, and then dot, dot. And this one is lined up. This is telling me that there's got to be something deeper going on. I guess it could be shims still, so I think I'm going to measure those next. All right, guys, I have the timing set, and I have it where it should be. The timing is on. You can tell that the lobes are outside. The timing is on right now, and I'm going to go ahead and check these valve clearances. All right, guys, so the intake side, the range is 0.10 or 0.15 mm. That is the measurement. We'll start with 10 and go from there, see what it looks like. Looks like it's got some mold on it. Ugh. Here's 10 millimeter, 0.10 millimeter. Looks like it goes in pretty easy there. All right, guys, we're gonna bump up to this right here. Let's go ahead and see if this works. Oh, it does not go in. Dang, I'm surprised. See if we can go lower. Those are right in between right there, so I do not have like a 12 or 11, which kind of sucks. It's in between 0.10 to 0.13 millimeter. I guess let's go ahead and check these other two, and I'll let you guys know. All right, guys, so those other two were also in between the 0.10 and 0.13 millimeter. We're gonna go ahead and do these exhaust valves. Those should be 17 to 22, I'm pretty sure. All right, same thing with the intake ones. Let's go ahead and go low to high. Let's start with 18 and see what happens. All right, it's in, but it's tighter. Definitely pretty tight, but I mean, that's what it's supposed to be. Same thing there. It went in, but super tight. All right, we're gonna move up to 20. Let's see what happens here. All right, the 20 did not fit for either of them, but we are in spec with both. Well, guys, we got this top end dialed in, which is awesome. I think the next thing I want to do is go ahead and see if I can change the ignition timing on this bike. I know you can do it on 2 strokes. The people who build those big bad 2 strokes, they change their ignition timing so the bike will spark at a different time. I don't know if you can do it on a 4-stroke. I don't think you can. Let me know in the comments if you know you can or if you should. After that, I want to dial in this carburetor, which I probably should have did first. I really just wanted to get the top end in spec first because that is most important and that could do catastrophic damage to the bike. Let's go ahead and get this oil drained and see if we can change that ignition timing. Alrighty guys, let's get this bad girl off there. As you can tell right here, you can't really change the direction or degrees of this stator. I can already tell from here. So we're just gonna go ahead and put this back on. All right guys, this will be a quick carb clean for you guys, but obviously it'll take me some time because I just wanna get this bike going and running. So yeah, I'll show you guys what jets I have in here. I'll clean the carb. We're gonna put it back on and see if this bike will fire up. So let's get going. All right, probably hard for you to see, but the main jet is a 178S and it's from Mikuni, if you can tell, which is awesome. All right, here's one of the pilot jets, and this is a 42, and it is also Mikuni, so it's probably stock. Here is the other pilot jet thingy. I wish I could tell you guys what it is, but it's a 72, and it's also Mikuni, which is probably stock as well, which is awesome, but I wish I knew what it did, and I'm gonna look it up after I'm done with this video. But if you guys know, let me know down in the comments. I got this carburetor all cleaned up. Everything should be good to go. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just get this carburetor on and put everything back together. And then I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can fire this bike up. All right guys, as you can tell, we are in a different environment. We had a snowstorm in the pole barn. It's freezing right now. But we got the carburetor on. I wheeled it up here. I think let's go ahead and see if this thing will start up. Your fuel and choke is on. I can confirm. I ended up kicking this thing for about 5 to 10 minutes. Nothing besides just pops out of the exhaust. It sucks when you think something's gonna run and it ends up not. But I think I know what could be wrong. From the signs it's giving me, I have no compression, I have good spark, and there's a ton of fuel going on my spark plug. I know the shims are good. The only other thing it could be is a bent valve. So I think I have to take this head off, which I didn't want to do, and I gotta test these valves to make sure they are good. Well guys, it's the next day, and I did just tear down that bike, and I'm gonna need some parts, so that is gonna conclude this video. If you guys wanna see me get this bike running, make sure to stay tuned. And if you guys like this video, make sure to like and subscribe.